How can I help my players be less scared of making decisions? They are so afraid of wrong decisions or angering a foe too powerful that they would rather not do anything than try it all.
By the way, are you coming to LairCon 2022? I'll be there, and so will several of my DM Lair team members. This year, LairCon takes place in Pensacola, Florida on October 7th, 8th, and 9th. We'll have D&D games, other RPG and tabletop games, workshops, and panels. And every game master who runs at least one RPG game at the con gets an exclusive LairCon 2022 GM t-shirt. So please come hang out with me and my crew, and maybe even play in a game of D&D with us. You can learn more and purchase passes at the link below.
I think this is probably time for like an out of character discussion with your players. If that's what's happening and they're afraid of doing anything in the game because it's something that's going to be too powerful and they can't take it yet, they're too low level. I had to have that sort of conversation with my youngling group at one time too. And the conversation essentially goes like this. Hello, this is a game. It is a curated game experience. Because it is a game, when you are level 1, the adventures and foes that you encounter will usually be level appropriate, meaning that your chances of succeeding against those adventures and foes are pretty high. As long as you don't do something incredibly dumb, such as try to sneak through the dungeon and then fail and then bring the whole dungeon down upon you, or try to convince the guards to take you to the bad guys in the dungeon and succeed, and then the guards accompany you to the bad guys in the dungeon, and then you get into a fight, and the fight is much bigger than you thought it was going to be. As long as you don't do things that are foolish, that are bad decisions, that are quite obviously wouldn't work in real life, as long as you use your brains, most things are level appropriate. Why? Because this is a game. When you are level 5, most of the things you encounter are going to be appropriate for level 5. So you don't have to worry too much about whether something is going to just squash you in one attack. Usually. Now, occasionally, you will run across things in the game world that are probably too powerful for you. When that happens, there will usually be indicators that I will give you via flavor text and descriptions in the game that will be clues to you that something might be too much for you. Pay attention to those clues. If you see them, you might want to try diplomacy or stealth or another option to get by that thing that might be too powerful for you. But overall, the message is this. This is a game. It is a curated game experience for the most part. So you don't need to be terrified of every single thing that lies around the corner. Most of the encounters are designed for you to beat them. That is the way the game is made. That is the way it is designed. So don't be so terrified. Don't be so freaked out. Because here's what happens too. When you are too terrified to do anything in the game, it results in us not playing the game. And when you have a wonderful, beautiful, awesome game and you're not playing it, it begs the question, why do you have a wonderful, beautiful, awesome game if you're not going to play it? And if you're not playing that wonderful, beautiful, awesome game, are you having fun? Probably not. But if you set aside your fear and worry because you recognize that it is a curated game experience and you're probably going to win because it is a game, then you're going to play that wonderful, awesome, beautiful game, and you're going to have fun, presumably, as you play that wonderful, awesome, beautiful game. So, dear players, don't worry. I am your dungeon master. My goal is to deliver a game and run a game where everybody has the opportunity to have fun. I don't have it in against you. I am not out to get you. I am not trying to squash your precious PCs. That is not my goal. My goal is to run a wonderful, beautiful, fun game that we can all enjoy, that you probably are going to be successful at as long as you don't do very, very foolish things most of the time, so don't worry about it. And then we can play and enjoy and have fun as we play this game. So I think that is the out of character conversation that I would have very directly with my players. And if you want to tag this part of the video and just play it directly to them, do that too. Click on the screen now to watch another fine DM Lair video, or to become a DM Lair patron, play D&D with me, and get an issue of Lair magazine every month. And until next time, let's play D&D.